Hello, Benjamin Storm here, and welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we worked on setting up a manufacturing process to make military science packs. Got that going, and then we decided to extract a little bit of iron from our stereotype by using the sorting and metallurgy processes for the stereotype. So we got that done, which is up here. It doesn't produce a ton of iron, but it produces something. Now, at about the end of the episode, we were kind of straining our stereotype output. And I said that we weren't really going to worry about it too much because we didn't want to spend too much more time and effort on this base, which is just kind of an initial starter facility anyway. But I looked at it and I went ahead and did ramp it up by adding some more mining drills. I replaced the inserters with fast inserters, and I upgraded these mining drills to Mark II mining drills. I had to do some research to unlock them. I also added some Mark II mining drills to the Sapphirite as well, just to make sure we keep that belt nice and saturated. And so we're pretty much pumping out as much ore as we possibly can at this point. Also made a slight adjustment to this little thing that we're doing to make some landfill, just to make sure that we keep ore going to the, not ore, but stone going to the assembler that's going to be making our railroads. But as you can see, still not enough iron is making it to the end of the belt because of everything that we're just doing with it. So that is what it is. And I'm also working on bullet damage using some of those military packs that we got. So that's where we're at. So at this point, I think that this base is probably reached the limits of its usefulness. At least, for the moment of being a primary production area. We need to start moving on to some new facilities and, to take advantage of the technology we have and some other things. So, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to start building a railroad network to load ore and move it to where we're going to actually be setting up our ore processing area, our new one. And at the moment, all we can really do is use the ore that we currently have. The ore up here has the infinite, that requires sulfuric acid to take advantage of, and we don't have sulfuric acid. When we have nothing that produces anything we can turn into sulfuric acid. So we have to continue to use this initial patch, these initial patches of ore to do what we need to do. And is there anything that is like really critical to get done? Concrete, electric energy distribution, solar energy. Solar energy would be nice. And we can definitely make the solar panels. But without accumulators, they're limited in their usefulness, which are these guys here. Electric energy accumulators. But they require batteries. Right? And batteries require all kinds of stuff. Gas and oil extraction. You know what? This might be what we need. Because this will get us sulfuric wastewater, which we can then turn into sulfur, which we can then turn into sulfuric acid. So, that's something to think about. Now, but that's, kind of a bit further down the road. What we're going to be working on now is this. I used Hellmod to set up a bit of a production line designed to create a fully saturated yellow transport belt, which is 13.33333 items per second of iron plate. And this is what we're going to need to make it. We're going to need 12 electric mining drill Mark IIs on sapphirite ore. We're going to need 9 ore crushers, 9 ore sorting facilities, 3 blast furnace Mark Is, 5 induction furnace Mark Is, and 14 Mark I casting machines. So, first order of business is to get these 12 electric mining drills built and put down on a sapphirite deposit. Now, you can see over here, it's going to make 26.7 per second sapphirite, which is more than a yellow belt can handle. So, for this whole segment, right, where we're going to be mining and crushing the sapphirite, we're going to need to use red transport belts. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pin that recipe so we can see it. All right, gas and oil extraction. I was working my way towards what? Batteries? Chemical plants? Might as well grab those. Alright, so we need to start manufacturing electric mining drill Mark IIs. I'm just going to require steel plate. Alright, well now we need some more basic electronic boards. Go ahead and grab some of those. And also we're going to grab a bunch of rail, because we're going to start laying down some railroads. Alright, I think we're also going to need some iron plate because we're going to need to make rail signals. Alright, now I'm going to talk about what we're going to be doing for rail. So, our first rail stop is going to be done just outside this northern perimeter wall that I have set up. Right here. So, go to our blueprint books. I have a few blueprint books set up. And I think this is the one. Alright, this is all for belt balancers. What I may have to do is I'm going to use my... Let's see, because these all use blues. So we don't have blue belts yet. So what I may do is say we want to downgrade blues to yellows. Blues to yellows. Blues to yellows. And then if I drag my book over here, we should all be now set up for yellow belt. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, chemical plant. Let's go back to my battery. This is oil processing, oil refinery, Petrochem oil tanks, lubricant, liquid fuel. Oh yeah, we definitely want a lot of that. Okay. So, for the rail designs I have, we are going to be doing basically parallel tracks where the trains are designed to run on one side of the track only. So basically they're going to be running on the right-hand side of the track at all times. So if I design them right, I can only need one locomotive on the train. And I was thinking of going with one locomotive and 3 cargo cars for a 4-length train, But I'm thinking it might be better to just go with 1 locomotive and 2 cars, because that'll make some stuff work a little bit simpler. Now, you can see here, there's also the option for like dead-end stops. But we won't be using those. Not if we only have single-headed trains. Dead-end stops won't work. Alright, so I'll also have some stuff designed on my own. What we're going to want is this. Set up a loading bay. And I think we're going to put it... Oh, we got a little bit of water right there, so yeah, we're definitely going to need some landfill. Alright, we're going to put it right here. Hold shift and drop it so that it marks the trees that I need to cut down. Alright, oil processing is done. And we need plastics. Which we are going to have to do that. So might as well just research it. Alright, so what we can do... Start laying out this track. Now, once I get my personal roboports and some construction bots, it'll make this a whole lot easier. But for now, we just have to do it manually. Make a bunch of signals. Okay, so we want the chain rail signals here. Here we go. Just clear these out so I can see things better. And we're going to need a train stop. And we're going to call this Sapphirite Mine Alpha. And let's see, pick a color. Let's see, 127,255. Yep, there we go. Alright, now we need to set up... Actually, let me go grab some engines. I'm not even sure we're getting any... No, we're not getting anything down here to the engines. It's alright. What we would just have to do is basically stop researching and let things kind of just finish up and slow down eventually. And eventually the belt will fill back up. But we want to get the research done first. Alright, so I'm going to need a locomotive and 2 cargo wagons. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to need a way to fuel the trains. I can copy and paste and transfer the color. There we go. Alright, so which side do we want to load from? Maybe we'll go from this side. And for ore, I want to go with warehouses. Now, hold on a minute. No, it's going to be circuit network. They will give me arithmetic combinators, decider combinators, green wire, red wire. Okay, I actually kind of need this. I'm going to go ahead and grab that first. Alright, what do I need? I need more brick. More brick. Oh, our belt is full of brick. Anything else you want to do with this brick? Let's see, hold on. Now, unfortunately, I don't have enough. What was that? Oh, I was right-clicking instead of left-clicking. That's what my problem was. There we go. Let's use a silo. There we go. That'll hold a lot more. Alright, so now I should have my 2 warehouses. I need a bunch of fast inserters. What's really nice about these warehouses is they are the same width. The train cargo cars and the sides of the warehouses are the same length. So we can do this to load. Now here's just one other issue. I need the big electric poles. Because I don't think I actually have enough coverage to fully power that line with the small electric poles. No, I do not. So I need this. Medium electric poles. Alright, so I should have in here a blueprint. This is the one, I think. Alright, so what this does is it uses the circuit readers to basically balance. We need to get rid of some of this stuff because so what I'm going to need is I'm going to need 2 arithmetic combinators and 2 decider combinators. And arithmetic combinator, decider. Okay. And this is going to be for sapphirite ore. Oh, and we're going to need, we need rubber. Which for rubber, we get that from resin, which we should have some. I'm going to need a furnace. Yeah, here's the resin. We're gonna have to do this in a bit of an awkward way, but you know, that's just typical. Bring the resin over here because I'm going to need a fuel source. And we're going to use a stone furnace, which we need more stone brick. Or a steel furnace. I could have used a stone furnace. That's alright. There we are. Alright, so this is what you do. We don't have stack inserters yet, do we? No, we don't. Okay, so this first one here, we need to set it up for ore. Where is the ore here? Sapphirite ore. So this is going to take the combined contents of both of these and divide it by 2 to get the average and output it as a gray signal with a number to here. This is going to, actually let me change this. This is going to reduce that number by 200 to put a little bit of a buffer in there and then output that number out to these 2, which are the decider combinators. And what they do is they read the contents of each of the warehouses and determines if it's less than the average. Right? If it's less than the average, it outputs number 1. So, what we say is if this warehouse is less than the average, which means it's low, we want to move items from this warehouse to that warehouse. So we're going to put an inserter to move items from here to here. And then we need to make sure that it is connected like that. And then we say enable disable condition is we're going to take the green signal equals 1. Set. So when the green signal equals 1, which means that this unit is low, it will move. And then we do the opposite for this one. There we go. And that should work. Now I just need the power poles that are big enough to actually power this beast. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to do this. So we're only going to load from one side. I'm going to see how well this works. We may want to load from both sides. Because this is kind of actually... The load from one side is kind of set up to use the best inserters in the game. So everything moves pretty quick. But with these kind of lower level inserters, it may not be fast enough for what we needed to do. So we may have to load from both sides. But that's okay. We'll have to see how it plays out. Alright, the other thing we need to do is we need a refueling station. Which is a place that we're going to send all of our trains to pick up fuel on each transport cycle, so the trains will always stay fueled and we never have to run around and manually feed them. And a good place to do that is probably going to be over here. So what we're going to need is we're going to need another set of loading bays. We're going to go with the small loading bays for now. Eventually we will have the larger loading bays that can actually support 2 trains at the same time. So that we have like parking, and this is also another parking method. So that, you know, if we have when we have a lot of trains in the system, and we have multiple trains going to the same area, it helps keep things from backing up into the actual rail network and causing big traffic jams. So we'll see all that once we actually get there. All right, where do we want to put this? Small loading bay. And I think I'll do 3 of them. Alright, there's the electric energy poles. And large area mining drills. Advanced tin smelting. I might as well grab the advanced tin smelting. Yeah, because once we actually have, like, construction bots, they'll automatically remove the trees and lay everything down, and it's really nice. Ooh, got a lot of trees to clear over here. I could go, like, sit on the grenade belt for the military science packs and go grab some grenades, and it would make this a little bit quicker. Because we just blow the trees up. Okay, so yeah, there's a signal in there. Now we're also going to decide what it is we're going to use to fuel the trains with. Do you want to use coal or some other method of fuel? I'm not entirely sure. And actually, we're probably going to want to put one more in here. Because it's going to need a way to get around this if necessary. But we'll worry about that in a moment. Alright, so just follow the template. Alright, advanced tin smelting is done. Water bore, I don't think this thing actually works. But I'll research it anyway. And we need 3 stops. And these are going to be called refueling station. And I think I'm going to make them just black. Right, and we're going to copy that over, and they're all going to have the same name. And what that does is all we have to do is tell the train to go to the refueling station, and it'll just park itself in whatever available stop there is. So we don't have to, like, make sure we balance them out. The trains will take care of that on their own. Oh, that's actually supposed to be... Why is that? Okay, hold on. I'm missing something here. Yeah, those signals are supposed to not be on that line. They're supposed to be here. Oh, well, I guess I'll just put them there. That'll be fine. Advanced bronze smelting. Yeah, we'll need bronze. And then we need to have the... Okay. Chain. Signal. Here and here. Here. And there. There and there. And then... Okay. And that signal there, there, and there. There we go. Now we're just going to have to find a way to get these two connected. Alright, so we need some medium electric poles. And hope that this provides enough coverage. Yes, it should. Alright, what I probably will do, because this is my own little blueprint book here, is go ahead and blueprint this as we have it, because this is what we're going to be using. I'm going to make sure we get... Or... warehouse. Or train warehouse, let's say there. Or train warehouse. And let's go ahead and put it in that book. And I'm going to take some big electric poles. Make a bunch of those. And then we're going to... just going to... Attach everybody up like that. All right, so getting that all started. So one of the things I think we're going to have to do probably come like that. And use that template. Advanced solder smelting. Actually, I want to cancel that. We might want to use this one instead. Because what we're going to need is we're going to need a T-junction. I want to put it right about... Oh, it doesn't quite line up, does it? Oh, well. Let's see. Right about there? Yeah, that could work. And then we can connect this guy into the T-junction, connect that guy into the T-junction, and then we'll send this north, and we'll figure out where it is we're going to route this to begin ore processing. But we are getting long on this episode, so I'm going to have to end it here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.